Hey guys, welcome back to Hypermobile Friendly Workouts. My name is Eva, and today we are doing a strength and stability workout focused on your feet and hips. So all you're going to need for today's workout is a tennis ball and a long resistance band. Mine's a little bit on the heavier side, just because that's what's feeling good for me today. So we're going to start by releasing the bottom of your feet using the tennis ball, diving right in, pop the ball on the ground, step one of your feet onto the ball, and just start rolling away. Now, if you guys need to hold on to something like a wall or a countertop, that's totally fine. And as you're rolling through the bottom of the feet, take a moment to see if you find any really gnarly spots. We're not looking to cause you guys pain. We're looking for that moment that makes you go, woo, that's a little something in there. You can roll through the balls of the feet, the middle, the heel of the foot. And as you roll through, see if you can just identify any spaces that need a little bit of TLC. We're just going to spend a few more seconds here. And then we're going to go ahead and switch over to the opposite side. And same approach here, just kind of rolling through the feet, the middle, the sides, the heel, the ball of the foot. Sometimes I do this for longer. Today I'm doing about 60 seconds per side. So if you need more time, just freeze the video and take a little bit more time to work out any knots or tension on the bottom of your feet. And we do this because the tissue and fascia at the bottom of your feet are so intertwined with how your ankles move, your knees, your hips. So this is a really good way to start a lower body focused strength workout. Take a few more moments here, and we are going to transition down to the floor for our next just really quick lower leg release technique. So when you're ready, go ahead and you can kick the ball to the side for just a sec. Carefully come down onto the floor with me. And we are going to use the tennis ball again in a moment. But first, I just like to identify tense spots in my lower leg using my hands. Your hands are a powerful tool here, guys. So go ahead and just kind of poke around maybe the calf, maybe just above the ankle, the shin, moving up the leg a little bit and seeing if you can find any spaces that are like, whoa. I'm going to start just by using my hands to kind of mobilize the tissue. I'm not going crazy here, guys. It's just a little bit of movement, kind of self-massage. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the tennis ball because sometimes you don't want to use your hands, and that's what props are for. And using the tennis ball here for me helped me just get a little bit deeper into that fascia, into that tissue. I actually rolled this ankle a couple of weeks ago and was feeling pretty tight in that ankle after the fact. So this feels pretty nice here. And same thing, we're not looking to cause you guys pain. We're just looking for those little sassy spots that kind of go woo. And we're looking for that to unwind as we roll through it. Now, once I finished up, I want you guys to extend both of your legs and just move your ankles. Now, look at how much more range my left ankle has here. We're going to slow that down. Watch the left ankle move. You see how much further back I can pull it? Yeah, that is what fascial release does for you. So we're going to transition right over to the other side. Hopefully, you guys felt a little bit of alleviation in your ankle mobility as well. Because as we know, in hypermobile bodies, our tissue has this funny habit of actually getting kind of tight, which can restrict our range of motion or cause imbalances in our movement patterns. So by opening up this tissue again, we're giving ourselves more of an opportunity to move with good patterning. And of course, we're not just going to do release for the entire video. I know I promised you guys a strength video, so we are going to get into that next. But this is just a great way to make sure that when we do our strength work, we get to do it in a healthy, solid range of motion. This side is a little bit sassier, as you might have been able to tell from my face. Cursing is allowed here. And and feel free to take any shifts, follow any lines that you feel like would be helpful to you. I did actually spend a little bit more time on this side, which was funny because I actually thought the left was going to be sassier. But whenever you guys are ready, go ahead and you can kick the ball to the side. You guys can join me back up in standing, and we are going to start with some very foundational foot exercises here, guys. So first things first, I just want you to find both of your feet flat on the floor, just underneath your hip bones. And we're literally just going to do some weight transfers here, guys. You're going to shift your weight sideways, forward, to the other side, and backward, almost like you're drawing a circle with your ankle. So your whole body is moving, feeling your weight shift, feeling your body react to that weight shift. And we're going to cycle through about 5 circles in each direction. Letting your whole body move only so much as feels stable to you. Reset. And then we're going to go right into talon toes. So this is one of my favorite exercises for strengthening the feet. You are literally just curling your toes, keeping the balls of your feet grounded. So almost, you see what my fingers are doing there? They're almost creating eagle's talons. Curling your toes, feeling the muscles that we just so nicely loosened up at the bottom of your feet. Reactivate. And we're going to cycle through about 10, but as always, for all of these exercises, just do however many feels good and beneficial to you. If 10 is too much, back off a little bit. Making sure the balls of the feet stay grounded. And now we're moving into toe extension. So same thing here, balls of the feet stay grounded while you peel all 10 toes up. Now remember to move those pinky toes. For a lot of people, the pinky toes like to stay on the floor, but we want to lift all 10 toes simultaneously. Making sure your big toes stay pointed forward, not pointed to the sides. And once again, we're going to cycle through about 10. Feeling that activity at the top of your feet. Maybe all the way up towards the pelvis. That's very normal here too, guys. And once you've completed your last toe extension, a little bit of a challenge here. We're going to go big toes lift, just those big toes. Lower them down, and then baby toes lift, all 4 of the other toes. You are more than welcome to do this 1 foot at a time. It's a brain bender here, guys. And we're only going to cycle through maybe like 8 here, 8 to 10. Trying to keep the balls of the feet grounded again. This is just about the toes. And really trying to isolate the movement of the big toe from the little toes and vice versa. Once you finished off that last round, go ahead and just walk it out for a second. And now we are going to get into a little bit more calf work. So we've released and reactivated the bottom of the feet. We've released the calves and lower leg. Now I want to make sure we're activating. So you are going to take that tennis ball, turn towards a wall or something stable to hold on to. And you are going to lift your heels up, keeping that tennis ball nicely tucked in between your heels. As you lift and lower, you're trying to keep your body the same distance away from the wall. So many of us do these calf raises and we push our hips right forward into the wall. We're going to do our best to keep a nice tight hug onto the tennis ball while just moving straight up and down, pressing the balls of your feet into the mat or the floor. We're cycling through about 10 here as we lift. Imagine your Achilles tendon is pulling up, up, up into the calf. The inner ankle, the inner heel is hugging the ball. Just a few more. And now, of course, we've done double leg. We want to go single leg. So you're going to pop your heel on top of the ball. The other foot is the one doing the work. So you're keeping very light pressure under the heel with the ball. And the right leg gets to lift and lower. Feel the right calf lift and lower. Once again, the heel that has the ball under it is super light. Good. Cycling through about 10 of these, or however many feels good to you. It might not be 10. My calf was definitely feeling that a little bit by the end. And lift and lower. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Ball's going under the right heel with very light pressure. Left leg is staying strong. And you're going to lift the left heel. And lower. And lift. And lower. Continue to cycle through. Once again, feeling that Achilles lift up into the calf. And I remember while I was recording this, I definitely was feeling this side quite a bit more. Probably because I rolled my ankle a couple of weeks ago. But it wasn't feeling painful. It was just feeling like work. And that's why I finished off this round of 10. You might be doing more, you might be doing less, and that's okay. Good work, guys. Once you've completed your 10, you're going to kick the tennis ball away, shake out the ankles for a second, see how your feet are feeling. And then from here, we're going to move on to some resistance band strengthening work. So for this exercise, you are actually going to take the middle of the band. You're going to lay it flat on the floor. And we're going to go into some resistance band squats. Once you have the middle of the band nicely settled on the floor, you're going to step your feet into it. It took me a couple of tries to make sure the band was even. When I stood up and held that tension, it did not feel even at all, so I had to readjust a little bit. But trying to get your feet as evenly in the middle of the band as possible, letting the arch of your foot, the heel of your foot rest in the band, keeping your weight even on the balls of your feet and the heel of your feet. You're gonna sink down and stand back up again. Here's our squats, guys. Grounding the feet. Making sure we maintain tension in the band. So go ahead and make any band adjustments you need to. As you cycle through this, hypermobile squats are difficult. Make sure the big toe stays grounded. Making sure your knees are not knocking together as best you can. And feel that counter resistance. Your heels push down as your body lengthens up. We're not popping here, guys. We're not snapping our knees and popping up to the top. We're pressing our feet down to elongate the legs, hips, spine, neck, sinking down and back. And again, legs, hips, spine, neck. And we're going to go for about 10 or however many feel good to you. Once you've finished off that amount, 10 or otherwise, we're going to go into a little bit of single leg work. So for our single leg work, you're not going to need any equipment, but I do encourage you to hold on to a wall or chair back. You're going to step your leg closest to the wall back behind you. Your front leg is starting in just a little bit of a bend. And we're going to shift our weight forward, almost as if we were doing a lunge. And we're just going to find our feet grounded. Keeping your hips squared to the floor is a big one here, guys. And then you're going to rock your weight back and forward. So we're not doing lunges per se. We're just doing slow weight shifts, rocking your weight back, rocking it forward into the front foot. Imagining that front thigh bone is just swooping up into your hip socket. It's pulling up into your hip socket, helping your pelvic floor stay active and your legs stay strong. Cycling through 5 to 8 here before we stand up, turn around, and let's go ahead and do the other side. So once again, starting with the inside leg back, a little soft bend in the front leg, squaring your hips as best you can, sinking your weight into the front leg, and then sinking it back. And for those of you with hypermobile ankles, you want to maintain some control in that back leg. I know it's very easy to just shift all your weight and make the ankle really loosey-goosey, but maintain soft, smooth control as you shift the weight forward and back. Just 5 to 8 times here. You should definitely feel this in the leg and the hip. Your bum gets a little bit active, hopefully. And once you've finished off your last few repetitions, you're going to go ahead and just shake the legs out. We're going to grab our resistance band again, and we're going to repeat the squat sequence. So take a rest if you need to, but we're going to go ahead and step our feet back right into the middle of the band. Wrap up some good tension through your hands. And when you're ready, sink yourself down and back into that squat position. Now, please remember, this is not about depth. We're not trying to ass to the grass, for lack of better terms. We're trying to stay connected and strong. Our feet are planted. Our thigh bones are pulling into our hip sockets at the top of that movement. And we're getting longer and taller, not popping up and pushing hips forward. Push from the feet, legs, hips to spine. And once again, cycle through about 10 or as many feel good to you. Breathing as you go along. Keeping the inside of the foot grounded. And once you've finished off your last few, you are welcome to ditch the band to the side and take a moment to rest and breathe before we go into our last single leg series. So once again, find yourself with some space that you can hold onto a wall or a chair. Inside leg goes back, outside leg comes forward. Ground the front foot, ball of the foot, heel of the foot. And when you're ready, sink your weight forward and back. This time felt a little bit smoother for me, so I was moving with a little bit more speed. My legs felt a little more connected, but you guys go at whatever pace feels good to you and bang out like 5 to 8. When you're ready, go ahead and pop a U-turn, switch your feet, sink down into that lunge position and shifting the weight forward and backward. Don't be afraid to let your torso lean forward a little bit here, guys. Keep your front foot grounded. And once you've finished off that 5 to 8, you can come on up to standing. And that is the day.